Hey guys, what's going on? It's Daley Gaming here, and today we are going to be taking a look at who would win in a pitched battle, North Korea or the United States of America. Now please understand my expertise is certainly not in modern day warfare. I am much better knowledge in, historical warfare and things like that. So the research I have done could be not necessarily completely accurate, and there could be more aspects to it that I did not touch upon. I did not mean to do this to trigger anyone. If you do have correct information, please let me know in the comment section below. I would love to hear it. Alright, let's get started. Okay, so starting off with the North Koreans, the North Korean army is also known as the Korean People's Armed Ground Force. They have roughly 1 million people in active service, which ranks them fourth in the world in terms of active military. Their weapons are mainly Chinese and Soviet sourced, and their typical frontline troops are equipped with the Type 88. In terms of armor, I didn't find much from my research in terms of North Korean armor, but from photos they appear to use a standard uniform and a helmet, nothing in terms of actual body armor. Their fighting styles rely on asymmetric warfare techniques and unconventional weaponry in order to get the job done, and they have developed a lot of technology, such as blinding weapons, chemical weapons, human torpedoes, and more. Okay, moving on to the United States soldiers, they are some of the most highly trained and well-organized soldiers in the world. They have extremely advanced technology, arguably the best in the world at killing people, and they have about 500,000 soldiers in their regular army, but many more in the National Guards and reserves. In terms of weaponry, the most commonly used are the M16 rifle or the M4 carbine, but many more are used depending on the situation at hand. Now their armor is generally ballistic vests and a sturdy ballistic helmet, and their fighting style is commonly tactful and thought out, and they have a heavy reliance on support weapons due to their advanced technology to help them in the field. Now that we've gone over the two different factions, let's get into the editor and see this battle firsthand. Alright guys, so here we find ourselves on the scene of the battle. Somewhere in North Korea, I decided to have the US attack them on their homeland, I guess. No real reason for it, but I did have some reasoning for troop positions. So I tried to sort of mimic what I had read in these certain articles about their fighting styles, each individual factions that is. And so for the United States, actually let's go over the North Koreans first. So for the North Koreans, I decided to use sort of their asymmetric fighting styles and a bit more guerrilla warfare-y type of style, and I set them up in a nice little ambush on this beach, sort of sticking more to the shrubbery and the rocks and things like that, less in, platoon order and more like just randomly spread out. They're not like a unit together, they're each individually fighting like a separate group of soldiers, that sort of guerrilla warfare type of a deal. Now, they do have this nice little village here, and they're trying to hold it. They have reinforcements back here that can run up at any time. Now, for the Americans and their fighting style, I sort of thought about their, commonly tactful and thought-out plans, as well as their heavy reliance on support weaponry. So, for the United States, in terms of their thought-out plans, I had them attack this little area from the beachfront here, and in smaller groups of about 5, like a 5-man squad, so that way if one squad gets wiped, it's not horrible, because they're nice and spread out a little bit more. And now in terms of support weapons, I had the idea that maybe a helicopter had dropped them off in these rice paddies back here after doing some surveillance through drones on the North Korean position. So the United States was able to drop off a couple squads, and they ran up onto the rear of the village right as this attack was about to begin at the beachhead, and now they are in a prime flanking position. So the North Koreans definitely have the advantage on the beach itself, but the United States definitely has the advantage in the village because they're going to catch them by surprise in the back and probably wipe out a good number of them. So I thought this sort of played along with both sides' tactics pretty nicely. Tell me what you guys think. Obviously, I can't do a perfect historical battle in the Men of War editor, but I thought this was pretty nice. Alright, so without further ado, we're going to go in slow-mo so we can see the most of the beginning of the battle. And this seems like a good position to start at, so here we go. Alright, and immediately there is crossfire everywhere. The North Koreans in the village are getting chopped up pretty badly, but the United States soldiers on the beach are taking a rough beating from the guerrilla-style warfare over here. It looks like most of the North Koreans are focusing the people on the back. I forgot to mention, it is 50 versus 50, so they each have the exact same number of units. And so there's not any sort of numeric advantage in this that's being employed because, I don't know, I just felt like it was more fair to assess their fighting ability on an even field like this and not take into account like how much larger the United States is as a country compared to the North Koreans. Either way, the beachhead is actually faring a little better than I thought, although a lot of them are going down, which is pretty tough. But the North Koreans are slowing down their defense here, as they're having to take care of the United States troops in the back as well. Let's go into regular speed now. And it does look like the US troops in the back did take quite a beating, actually. And they are... Oh, actually, the North Koreans have won the first round, entirely wiping out the US troops in the back and the front, and surviving with... I don't know, how many on the map do you think? Like maybe 10 to 15 troops, actually. So that's pretty impressive. Let's go ahead and run it again once more on camera. Usually I only run it once on camera and do it 10 times off camera. But this time let's do it once more on camera, just to check it out again. Let's get a different angle here. Why don't we get the beach? We'll get the beach, yeah. We'll go in slow-mo. Nah, let's not go in slow-mo. Go and start. We did slow-mo last time. Okay. So immediately, we see a lot of losses on both sides on the beach. Actually, grenades going off back here. Looks like it took out a couple of US soldiers. That's going to be pretty tough for them. But it does look like the US is actually going to win this one. I might be speaking too soon. I don't know, but like, look at their troop count compared to the North Koreans. They've even still got some guys on the beach. Not many, of course, but some. Did the squad over here die? Yeah, it looks like the squad over here died. And is that a victory? Let's see. No, we still got North Koreans alive. Are they going to make a move? See, I don't want to interfere. There we go, okay. I didn't want to interfere at all because that would obviously make this test completely null and void. Is there... Oh, that's another US troop actually over here. This squad didn't get entirely wiped out. So they're combating these 2 units over here, and they're down. Looks like we got... Is there another North Korean somewhere around here? On the minimap it says there is. Is he in that house? It's hard to see. Yeah, he is. And then we do have... Is that one? Yeah, there's one there. Okay. Well, I don't think there's, like, literally any way for the North Koreans to win this. The US has, like, 10 troops. The North Koreans have 2 right now. Ooh, US still taking a couple losses, though. Oh, there's just no way they lose. Oh, this guy's right there. He's ripe for the picking. Shoot him. Perfect. Why would you just kill him? I don't understand. That guy's derping around. And this guy back here is not doing diddly squat to help his comrade. Get the kill. Alright, come on. We'll fast forward. Seriously? There you go, guys. And there's literally 1 person left. Can you guys not kill him? Come on. Alright. Well, we'll have to, Oh, no, there we go. They might get him. Sorry, every time I want to move a troop, I have to plug in my numpad because it's on my laptop, and I don't have a numpad on my laptop, so it gets really annoying. Either way, both sides suffered some pretty serious losses, but the US has about 10 troops left, so it's 1-1 right now, and I will be right back with the final data for the battle. I'll run it 8 more times, and I'll tell you how many times each side won. Alright, be right back, guys. Alright guys, so this was extremely close. After running this test 10 times, it ended up being 6-4 in favor of the North Koreans. This was super weird, actually. I honestly think if I did this 1,000 times, it would end up being 500 to 500 or something extraordinarily close like that. It could go either way. I had one battle where there were literally two Vietnamese fighting one American, and they won. Like, it was so even. And then other times I had like 30 United States troops left and like no North Koreans, or vice versa. Basically, all of the North Koreans lived and all of the US troops died. It was honestly. Oh, someone knocked on my door. It was honestly so random. And it, it I honestly would call it 50-50, but the North Koreans did in fact win. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. If you want the link to my Discord, Patreon, Twitter, anything like that, they are all in the description. I am quite active on my Discord if you want to chat with me there. Either way guys, thank you so much for watching. Comment, rate, and subscribe if you enjoyed. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.